Second category of text you're going to receive is the shit test. This is when you have a little more social capital, so she's not giving you silence, but she's definitely overtly testing you. She hasn't bought in completely. So here you're going to get things like, oh, what makes you so cool? Or, wow, you're kind of cocky, or those kind of things where she's throwing something out there at you. And here's the thing with shit tests. You're, again, just building social capital, and you're holding your frame, you're holding the perspective that you are a cool guy. Right? Now, what you need to do is when you get a shit test, just pass the shit test. Don't try and pass the shit test and then make plans. Escalating off a shit test is one of the biggest mistakes guys make in text. Also, don't pass the shit test and then ask questions. That will almost always go awry as well, right? Because you lose all the power and impact of having passed the shit test. Okay, so what you want to do is just pass it. Now, how do you pass a shit test? First of all, don't be emotionally reactive. If you get emotionally reactive or try hard or needy, you fail, period. The way that you pass the shit test, there's kind of a couple different ways. One is called agree and exaggerate. That's take whatever frame that she put you in and take whatever the negative is and take it to such a logical degree or such a extreme degree that it no longer makes sense, okay? The other you can do, which is actually the best one to do in text game, is misinterpret, which is treat it as though whatever shit test she gave you was actually a compliment. Okay, treat it as though it was actually a compliment, reframe it, rephrase it in such a way. Okay, so think to yourself, like, if this were a girl who was totally into me and could never say anything negative, and yet she said this, how would I interpret it in that context? Okay, it's a little nebulous, but we're going to show you examples of exactly how to do that, and that'll be in the next video. But the key thing right now is that I want you to think, when you get a shit test, first of all, recognize what it is. Recognize, first of all, it's a good thing. Recognize this is important for misinterpretation. Recognize the shit test is a good thing, right? Silence is bad. Anything that's non-silence is a good thing. Any girl that's not giving you silence, that's a winnable situation. Okay, so shit test means she hasn't decided to sleep with you yet, but you're in the right category and she's considering it. Okay, treat it as such. So first of all, understand that it is a positive thing. Okay, and then secondly, take it and make the most positive you can out of it. And again, don't justify yourself more than you have to. Don't ask questions and do not try and escalate off shit tests. Just pass it and be done. Trust that your answer is good enough, right? Have you ever had a situation where you text a girl, she texts you back, and it's something that it makes you think, or you're not quite sure how to respond to it, and then you look at it, you're like, oh, what do I send? And you think about it and type an answer and delete it, and type an answer and delete it, put it in your pocket, come back to it later, and show it to your friends. And the more time and energy you put into it, the more invested you're getting. When you just pass a shit test and you give her something clever back, or you throw the shit back in her face in a way, you tease her back, that gives her an opportunity to experience that same thing. And the more time and energy she puts into responding to your thing, the more invested she's going to get. So that's what we want to give her the opportunity to do. But if you give her the shit test and then you try and make plans, it makes it very easy for her to just be validated by it and not respond. If you give her the shit test and ask a question, that makes it very easy for her to not go through that process of getting obsessed. It also takes away all the power of the way that you pass the shit test. So again, just pass the shit test. Don't do anything else on top of it.